if it comes down to you having to compromise yourself and put yourself last, then that's when you have to really put your foot down and tell people no. And if you do have people in your life that, you know, like good friends and good family members that love on you, that support you, that are not toxic, that literally is worth more than anything that money could buy. Like, hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good. If you're new to my channel, hey, my name is GRWM, and in today's video we're gonna be doing a chit chat get ready with me. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you stop what you're doing right now and go hit the subscribe button. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay guys, so as you guys can see by the title, we're gonna be doing a chit chat get ready with me. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have a couple of things I would like to get off my chest. So I'm going to be using you guys today as my personal journal and my diary, because why not? I want you guys to be able to see this side of me, because I never really sit on here and talk to you guys. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera, and then we could get into the video. Okay guys, so I already did my eyebrows, so now it's time to do the rest of my makeup. So first I'm going to start off with some primer. So we're going to be getting into a couple topics today, especially if you're young, and especially if you're in your 20s and you're watching this video, like in your early 20s or younger, then this is for you. Okay, so the number one topic that we're going to be getting into today is family. And not just family, just people in general. Like, a lot of the times, just because you're related to somebody, that does not mean that they have any good intention for you. Sometimes you will get more support from a stranger than you ever will from a family member or a friend. And unfortunately, that's the reality of it. And in my experience, that's also something that I definitely have experienced before, which is just really sad, to be honest, looking at it, because that defeats the whole point. Like, you're supposed to have people in your corner that are there for you, and there to support you, not to look down on you and to be negative. And if you do have people in your life that, you know, like good friends and good family members that love on you, that support you, that are not toxic, that literally is worth more than anything that money could buy. Like, literally. And not to sound cliche, but I mean that, like, literally. So, because not a lot of people have that, which is ridiculous. But yeah, like, sometimes the people that are the closest to you are the people that could hurt you the worst, because they have the power to do that. But you know what I'm saying? Once you realize that, like, it might hurt for a little bit. Like, in my experience, once I realized that, like, yeah, I was a little bit hurt and everything, but like, it just made me realize I just had to, like, not let that get in my way and not let that unmotivate me. Because even through some periods of time, and it goes way deeper than that, like, not even really having to do with anybody else, but sometimes, like, you know, we all have, like, internal struggles that we deal with that maybe nobody else knows about, but sometimes your environment could really make that even worse, especially if you're surrounded by, like, toxicity and people that are toxic. But it's up to you to, you know, set boundaries with people, because people are going to try you in every which way possible. Like, they're going to try you as much as they want to, because you can't control people's actions at the end of the day. But what you can control is your reaction to it. I'm a really positive person, but sometimes the people that I be around kind of bring out a bad side in me, and that's not like me. And honestly, I realized that more and more throughout the years. Like, you just gotta control the way you react to people. Like, sometimes you can't give people the time of day, but at the same time, you do gotta set boundaries with people and put people in their place when you need to. Like, you can only let things slide so much, like, literally. So if you need to put somebody in their place, then you need to make sure that you set boundaries with people. Like, I always make sure I set boundaries with people, but for some reason people still feel okay overstepping my boundaries. So then when I get upset and I give a reaction, people get mad at my reaction instead of taking accountability for the actions, which is what made me react in that way in the first place. So people really will sit here and gaslight you, but you just gotta tell them no and put them in their place. And if you gotta crash out on people, like, that's just what you have to do. Because sometimes, unfortunately, like I said, for the 1 millionth time, like, being in that environment will really bring that out in you. And if you are in that kind of environment, then you gotta do your best to try to get out of it. But unfortunately, and you know, realistically, like, for everybody, it's just not that simple. Like, for some people it might be that simple, but for some people it's harder to get out of situations like that, because we still have like everyday compromises, and realistically that just not might be everybody's reality. So you just gotta try to like distance yourself as much as you can and try to make the best out of it as much as you can, and try to stay away from that toxicity and try to stay away from people that are negative. Because like, literally, sometimes people don't have the best intentions for you, and that's not okay. But you just got to be able to realize that in the moment and put people in their place when you need to. That also leads to my next point, which is being assertive with people. Before, I used to be scared to like speak up for myself, but as I got older, like, I started getting more comfortable like speaking up for myself. Because if you don't speak up for yourself, like, people will pick up on that and they will like treat you based off of that and take advantage of it. So you just gotta make sure that you're always speaking up for yourself, even if it's like a tiny minor inconvenience. Like, for example, like, I used to go to like the store before, and like, you know, I would like go to Starbucks or like go to Dunkin', even something so simple like this. But like, I would go to Starbucks, I would go to Dunkin', and if I order a drink, I used to be like, if I ordered a drink and the drink was wrong and it wasn't what I ordered, like, I would just like walk out and just like deal with it. But eventually I started realizing like, it's okay to speak up for yourself. Like, just because you're speaking up for yourself doesn't mean that you're being mean. Some people get that confused. It's not being mean, it's just being assertive and setting my intentions and letting it be known what I want. Like, you can speak up for yourself without having to be rude. Some people get that confused literally all the time. I don't know why. I don't know where the confusion comes from. Like, it's just me speaking up for myself. And you can start off with something just as simple as that, because that's how it started for me. And that's why now, like, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, like, I make sure I speak up for myself, which is like a really important skill to have, especially as a woman, like as a human being in general, but especially as a woman. Because I don't know, people just like to try us all the time. And also another thing that I want to get into is like, you know, people not having the best intentions for you. Like, you should already know that, right? Like, don't think that everybody is out to get you, because not everybody is out to get you. Some people do have good intentions, some people are pure, but not everybody is that way. But like, don't be over here telling your business to people. And if you have plans, like, just make sure you do those plans in private. Don't tell anybody your plans. If you have goals, make sure that, I cannot put enough emphasis on this, because I found myself like telling people my plans, and you know, like, at the end of the day, if you have a vision, you need to make sure you have a plan. So if you want to do something, like, if it's meant for you, like, nothing could get in the way of it. But at the same time, like, people will project their negativity onto you, and not everybody is wishing the best for you, I promise you. I don't want y'all to be paranoid, but we have intuition for a reason. So if you feel like somebody doesn't have the best intentions for you, it's because they don't. If you feel a certain way about something, you have a reason to be feeling that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't overthink things, but if you have a reason to feel that way, then you feel that way for a reason. Your feelings are valid, because if there wasn't some kind of truth to it, like, you wouldn't feel that way. But if you have any goals, like, just don't tell anybody about your goals, and just, you know, like, be private about your life. Don't tell your business to nobody, and it's just best to keep your goals private. So yeah, just keep your goals to yourself, work in silence, don't let nobody know about what your plans are, because then you're gonna have people projecting their negativity onto you, and we don't want that. And also, being in a toxic environment could really mess with your mental health, like really, really bad. But that's why you gotta make sure that you're confident in yourself. But realistically, like at the end of the day, we're still human, so everybody goes through like their moments where they might feel a little bit insecure, or their confidence might not be as high, and being surrounded by people that are not boosting you and pouring into you could really make that 10 times worse. So it's important to not lose yourself, because even though we all go through our little funk sometimes, like it's important to wake back up and realize like what your purpose is, because everybody walking on this earth has a purpose. So you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let nobody get the best of you. Don't let nobody speak down on you. Don't let anybody speak down on you. Don't let nobody opinions about you affect you. And realistically, they might affect you in the moment, but you just gotta realize, like, whatever they have to say about you is not important. And along with not telling anybody your goals, is also not letting people in on your finances. Do not let nobody know about your finances or your financial struggles, unless you have people that you can confide in, that you know for sure are not going to use that against you or speak down on you. Then that's like the beauty of it. Like, you make sure you cherish that if you do have that. But like, not everybody has that, so don't be speaking on your finances to anybody. Like, just make sure that you keep that to yourself. Like, that's something private that nobody else should be asking you about. Like, anytime somebody asks me about my money and how much money I have and this and how much, like, no, like, I literally not deflect, but like I literally will find a way to like avoid the question, because why are you asking me that? Unless we having a conversation about jobs and stuff like that. But even in that predicament, like, I still don't like telling people about my finances, because I've had people try to use that against me before, and I've had people try to pocket watch me and worried about how much money I have and what I spend my money on, as if I'm not the one that goes to work every day and works hard for my money. Like, at the end of the day, I still have a 9-to-5 job that I go to every day, and I work hard for my money that I make, and I don't need to be explaining myself to anybody, because 9 times out of 10 when people are saying those kind of things to you, they don't have no good intentions for you, and I could promise you that. I couldn't even believe it when that happened, because it's just like, why would you as a person feel comfortable speak on somebody else's life and speaking on their finances and just like anything in general? Like, why would you feel comfortable speaking on somebody? Like, that's not okay. And especially people that are close to you, like family. If you have family members that are trying to do that, then you need to make sure that you stay away from them, because that's just weird and that's not okay. And since we on the topic of everybody having like their life purpose and whatever, like, I graduated high school in 2020, so I took a gap year from school, but ever since then I never went back to school. It's 4 years later now, so I haven't been in school in like 4 years. And I've had like people in my family, like, and people that I supposedly was friends with, like, make fun of me for not having a college degree. So anytime I get into a discussion with somebody or an argument about something, what they always want to use against me is that I don't have a college degree. Oh, you were 22 years old and you don't even have a college degree. Like, I've literally had people say that to me. Like, if I tell y'all everything that people have said to me, like, y'all wouldn't even believe it. But it's people that I'm relating to and people that I was called my friends. That's why I don't really believe in friends. If you have friends in your life that are, you know, honest and, you know, are good friends, then make sure you cherish that, because that's hard to find sometimes. Like, not everybody has good energy. Some people are walking around projecting their insecurities onto other people because they're miserable, and that's just weird. So yeah, like, we have to normalize not looking down on people because they don't have a college degree. Like, that's very ignorant. Like, of course that's the ideal thing to do for mostly everybody, and shout out to the people that do, but you know, the point is, like, we have to normalize not looking down on people because they don't think like everybody else, or because they don't do the normal thing, or because they don't want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing. I've had people looking down on me for not having a college degree, and that's just like a very like ignorant mindset to have. So we just gotta respect people whether they have a college degree or not, and not look down on people for what they do for a living. Like, that's literally crazy. I don't even know why anybody would feel comfortable to do that in the first place. But some things that should go unsaid and some things that should be common sense, to some people is not common sense. Like, some people sometimes lack that common sense and respect, which is literally delusional. So yeah, okay, so I went ahead and did my mascara, as you guys could see. So now I just have to do my lips, but it's a couple of things that I wanted to say before we end off this video. So I just wanted to share a piece of my mind a little bit more with you guys. I'm only 22, like, but even now, like, even being so young, like, so far in my 20s, I've learned that you can't compromise your own needs for people. You always got to make sure that you're putting yourself first. If anybody asks you for a favor, it's okay to help people, but it gets to a certain point where it's like, if it comes down to you having to compromise yourself and put yourself last, then that's when you have to really put your foot down and tell people no. Like, the answer is no. Like, no, I can't help you. No, I can't lend you some money. No, I can't lend you $20. No, I can't go take you to the airport. Like, you just got to tell people no. You just got to start being firm with people, because people will take advantage of your kindness as much as you let them. So far I've learned to start telling people no. Those same people that you help are going to be the same people that look down on you and disrespect you. So don't be helping nobody. Make sure that you're good before you ever think about helping anybody else, because when it comes down to it being the other way around and you need help, they literally will not be there for you. And that's something that I had to go through. But you know, sometimes you just gotta learn certain lessons by just like actually experiencing it and actually going through it. Don't limit yourself. If you know that you are capable of doing something, do not let the people around you speak down on you or try to speak fear into you. And like I said earlier, do not let anybody, don't tell anybody your plans, because then you're gonna have people speaking fear into your plans, and then you're gonna have self-doubt. You really gotta be confident within yourself to not let that happen. But like I said, we're all human and it happens sometimes. So, you know, don't limit yourself. The sky's the limit. Like, if you have something that you want to do, just keep it to yourself, and just make sure that you have a plan to make the things that you want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't limit yourself, because once you limit yourself and you put yourself in that box, it's like, it's hard for you to get out of that mindset. So just always make sure that you're aiming for higher, because you are capable. Just make sure that you're confident to yourself that you are capable of doing the things that you want to do, and don't let anybody speak any fear into you. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much done with my makeup. I think I got most of the things that I wanted to say off of my chest. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to do that, because I know a lot of people could probably relate to that as well. I know all of us could relate to that for the most part. So I just wanted to come on here and just kind of express myself to you guys and just vent to you guys a little bit. And I do plan on doing more videos like this. Today is Vlogmas day 19, so I will be uploading this video today. So yeah, I also plan on filming another video today. I'm doing like a self-care video today, so it was perfect that I decided to do this video, because I was already gonna do my makeup. So I was like, I might as well do a chit chat, get ready with me, because I don't think I have ever done that before on my channel. Maybe once, but that's not something that I do often. So I do want to start doing more videos like this and kind of just being more open with you guys and just talking a little bit more. So yes, I was able to get most of the things that I want to say off of my chest, but I know it's like a lot more things that be crossing my mind. So maybe I'll do a part 2, I don't know. But with that being said, we have reached the end of this video. So make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below any video suggestions that you guys would like to see me do. Make sure to turn on your post notifications, that way you'll be notified every single time that I upload a new video, and you could be the first one to watch my video. And most importantly, girl, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then you need to stop what you're doing right now and go hit that subscribe button, and that's on period. And with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.